Hello, this is Mary with Mango Math, and this is a fourth grade lesson called Frozen Fraction Friends. And so this game is played a little bit like the hangman game, in which you're going to try to not create the whole object to lose, but to create the whole object to win. So in this case, we're going to be creating these little snowmen. So I'm going to show you how you can create your snowman to be the first one to get it done and win the game. So it's going to be practicing adding fractions a lot. So you're going to have fraction dice, and I made some fraction dice here. And you're going to roll 2 dice, which are going to give you 2 numbers. So let's say the 2 numbers have a denominator that's the same. You're going to write that on your game board. So in this case, I've got 1/4. And I've got 1 or 3/4. And I'm going to add those together, which gives me 4/4, which is the same as 1. So in order to do, because I had 2 common denominators, I then can put in 1 space. I can fill in 1 space on my snowman. So I made the hat on it, so I can draw that in. Now, if my answer was an improper fraction, which 4/4 is an improper fraction, meaning it's 1 or greater, I can then add in 3 more parts to, I can add just 1 more part, excuse me, I can add 1 more part to my fraction. So I can just, I'm going to do his little head here. All right, so I get to do the 1 because I have common denominators, and then because I had an improper, I can do 1 more to make that into its whole numbers or whole mixed number. All right, so let's say the next player rolls and they roll 1/2 and a 1/12. So they're going to write on their board 1/2 and 1/12. So on this one, they have to figure out what their common denominators, how they can get 2 common denominators. So they're going to have to change this 1/2 into 6/12. And if they don't know what that is, they are going to have these squares to help them figure that out. So there are tools available for them to figure out what those equivalent, those common denominators, how to make that an equivalent fraction. So they're going to write that, this 1/12, they're now going to take that off and they can erase it. I'm just going to mark it out, and I'm going to put the 6/12. And then I'm going to add those 2 together now. Oops, that's 1/12. I'm going to add those together, and I have 7/12. So because I had to take an extra step, I get to fill in 2 parts of my snowman as well. So 1, 2. Because if I have to figure out the mixed number, I get to go 2 spaces. So let's say the next player goes and they roll 4/6 and a 2/3. So they have different denominators, so they're going to have to come up with a common denominator. In this case, it's going to be 6. So this problem becomes 6/4. 6/4 plus 6/4, which is going to give them 8/6. And now I'm going to write this on their problem up here. So I've got 4/6 on the board here, plus the 2/3, which is equivalent to 4/6. They have this whiteboard or this little laminate board that they could write this out of. So that's going to give me 8/6, which is an improper fraction. So they've got to now come up with the mixed numbers. So they can once again use these fraction tiles to help them with the answer. They can also do division, figure out how many times 6 goes into 8, which is going to go 1 times 6 is 6. Subtract, you've got 2, you got 2 6, which can be reduced down to 1/3. So the answer is 1 1/3. And because this one, I had my uncommon denominators and I had to make common denominators on my board, I can fill in that. Oops, so that's 2 problems right there. Plus, I had to change that mixed, I had to change that improper fraction into a mixed number. And so then I can fill in another space. So I'm going to fill in his nose. I think I did that right. So when I had the common denominators gave me 2 moves to fill in a space, then that mixed number gave me another one. So I get to fill in 3 spaces on my snowman. So all the directions are on the board on how to do this. This gets kids seeing visually what they're doing when they're adding fractions, and then it just keeps score by coloring in the little snowman. So enjoy.